It's not good. Your video is not good at all. That was the issue with it. Also, the fact that you were copyright striking people to begin with. Don't say her name. Don't fucking say your girlfriend's name. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Don't fucking say your current girlfriend's name. It's not that fucking hard. Jesus, man. What Viper will do is he'll unblock you. He'll do like a whole like thesis statement reply to you. And then what will happen is he'll block you so that way you can't respond to any of it. Darkviper AU finally making a full-on response video to Willymac's video on him. And this is amazing because you guys remember with the whole Mr. Beast stuff with Rosanna's and Dogpack's most recent video, they tried saying that they tried saying that there was CP in one of Mr. Beast's group chats, and well, that didn't go well for them. And as a way of getting back at everyone, Dogpack boosted the Tea Party chat leaks, right? And as soon as those came out, who reared his head? Who reared his Australian head in order to make a comment about it? It was Darkviper AU, baby. You know, dude, I love how like he does this every couple of months where it's like, no one's talking about me. I need to self-insert myself into something, right? And then he always goes on and on about how evil Willymac is, how evil Nicholas Diorio is, how evil how evil Turkey Tom is. Oh my god, hang on. Let me read you some of like the most fucking hilarious shit I've seen from him. Okay, so like I have some screenshots here. I'm just gonna read them out on screen. So the first one says, "How was I unaware of the leak showing the cringe group chat of drama YouTubers coordinating attacks on people? Fucking Muda was in on this? No wonder he started to promote these clowns. A few months ago, when these weirdos started lying about me, it looked so coordinated. They had the same, often ancient clips, such similar false claims that clearly wasn't that clearly was a coincidence." Yeah, yes, Australian Ico. There's a cabal. There's a cabal surrounding you. The confirmation is nice, I guess. What type of deranged weirdos are this invested in winning clout on social media? I don't know. I guess it takes one to know one, buddy. Who are this cowardly and weak that they are going to every internet fight 10-on-1? Could the esteem of these people be low enough to follow the petty internet drama? Be really worth this? What? How the? Learn English, my guy. Jesus fucking Christ. Follow petty internet drama. Be worth this effort. Christ and a half. Lying this much? Insane. Any residual thought of debunking or exposing these lying weirdos is gone. Apparently, they were already exposed and no one cared. The leaks apparently have some incredible sexist, brain-dead, and hate-filled shit in them. I am not invested enough to look hours at this, but I will reference it in my eventual iceberg video of my career." Oh, that's great. That's great. Doing your own iceberg video? What a clown show. One that actually works on some people, apparently. Then he mentions here, the Tea Party, Optimus, Wavy Websurf, Dumpy, Mudahar, Augie, Chud Logic, Bo Blacks, Keemstar, Turkey Tom, Nicholas Diorio, Willymac Show, Krista Nark, FPS Diesel. When you can't succeed in honesty, so you form a group to coordinate lies and pick targets. Nothing more pathetic. Now, guys, I don't know if this is going to be a shock to you or not, but when drama YouTubers are in a group chat together, more often than not, the topic of said conversations in group chats are going to be relating to their YouTube videos. So drama. I mean, sure, there might be some, the occasional, like, message from Nick being like, oh, look at this pinball, right? I'm sure there's something along those lines in there. But that group chat specifically is to talk shop and to help each other with their live streams and videos, right? Of course they're gonna fucking talk shit. Oh my god. like it's like being surprised when like there's a group chat filled with like COD YouTubers and all they talk about is like COD. It's like, no way. You're so shocking. So anyway, not Diesel. Darkviper has finally decided to release the video, quote unquote, debunking Willymac. It is part 1. I don't know if he's specifically just going to be talking about Willy in of itself, or it's just going to be like a series of videos where like he talks about anyone with a large audience that made videos on him. I will say this, when that document, that Google Doc was revealed, and he like literally like in it listed like every single person who ever made a video on him. And I fucking love that it included my short at the time, which had like maybe 50 views. Because like, dude, that thing had like fucking 50 views on it, and they fucking included it in the Google Doc, which was hilarious. But you know, I digress. This is 40 minutes long. So guys, get your beverage of choice, get a snack, get some breakfast if you haven't had that already, because my god, we're gonna have some fun with this.
Can I vent to you guys for a second? Telling you
when haven't you vented to your audience, broski?
A long story that most of you won't care about, and that the most of the world should not care about anyway.
Yeah, this only has like 75k views on your like 1.5 million sub channel, so this should really tell you how much people care about this from him. Because like I think the last time we genuinely talked about Darkviper was when he decided to switch all of his like secondary channel content, and he decided to like upload all that to his main channel, so that way it looks like it has more views, but like obviously if you compare it to like his actual like what are supposed to be his main channel videos, like they're doing dog shit, right? Like the latest one he has, which he uploaded yesterday, only has like 25k views on it, right? He only has 25k views on it. And like I get like, dude, like I get it. You wanted your secondary channel to have a bit more success to it, but like I feel like you're killing your channel by uploading all that stuff to the main Darkviper channel. You should have just kept it where it was on the secondary channel.
Anyway, so where to begin? Like, the story is almost impossible to tell, which is why it hasn't been told. So like 7 months ago, I took down this video from this guy named Chud Logic, right? And I explained the whole story in this 45-minute video. I think it's pretty good.
It's not good. Your video is not good at all. That was the issue with it. Also, the fact that you were copyright striking people to begin with, which was a massive issue at the time. Like, the fact that he still thinks that he's in the right from that too is just amazing. Just for outwardly abusing the copyright system, so that way he can silence anyone who has a negative opinion on him. And like, I think he only targets videos that have like good traction in views, because like I don't think it was like crazy numbers, but like the Darkviper video, the Chud Logic video where he's like reacting to his content, I think it had like a pretty decent amount of views on it. So he like luckily for me, being a smaller guy, it really helps that I'm going to fly under his radar with this. But like, I fully expect either this live stream or the highlight clip of this to be taken down. So guys, if you can, save whatever version of this live stream you can, because who knows, I might get a strike here soon.
There were details in that at the time even I didn't know. So basically, the story of Chud Logic is probably over a year ago. There was a dude in my chat spamming, "You should debate Chud Logic, you should debate Chud Logic, you should debate Chud Logic." I don't know who this is. I'm obviously not going to debate anyone. And it turned out that I talked to this person because the viewer said that I should talk to this person. So I was like, hey, one of my viewers wants me to debate you on stuff because you were asking about it or something. And so we had a back and forward here where he asked me about whether I think what kind of reaction content he does is permissible, justifiable morally. He says he accepts, of course, that reaction content is bad in the way that I described, because it's obviously true if you've gone through my work. But so I've spent, a couple of paragraphs here explicitly explaining to him what he does.
I mean, yeah, if you're doing like a Hassan or an XQC, yeah, it's obviously bad. But like when I feel like it's still like you can still say it's like more so lazy content, but like when it's like a commentary person and it's a video they're critiquing, obviously they have a lot more to add than like just like an XQC person being like chat. Oh my god, chat. Thank you for the 20 bits, chat. Like you know what I mean? Like I think there's a very clear it's very clear on like how like these types of reaction streamers do things compared to like how a Chud Logic does them. Because like Chud, especially if he's very invested into the topic, he will like double, sometimes triple the length of the video, right? I mean, I remember, God, what was it? At least using myself as an example, that jar elite call, it was like 1 hour long. And like my highlight video of it ended up being like 3 hours long. I had to do a double take. Like, wait, did I pause and react to that many times, And yeah, so obviously like it's possible to make this kind of work very transformative. I think you just got to put in the extra legwork into making it transformative. Like how H3H3 did back in the day in less of a live streaming format,
Does is not something that I consider okay. I had forgotten about this. Oh, okay, this happened November 2022. So I explicitly said to Chud Logic, what you do isn't okay, and I do not give you permission to react to my content. Still then later,
your video is on a public platform, buddy. I'm sorry, but like this, I've always maintained this. It's like if someone's if someone's just like reacting to like paid members only content, which to be clear, I've definitely done that in the past. Like someone, I remember there was a Twitter user who leaked a Patreon episode of iDubbbz's and his wife's like podcast. There was like a Patreon exclusive episode that everyone reacted to, and like I definitely reacted to that. And like true, I was like doing my best with fair use. At least that's how I feel. But like at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up getting struck from that, because again, I'm reacting to like exclusive paid content. But that's the only way I feel like you have any sort of flexibility when it comes to that stuff. All your videos were public for people to criticize, and like you're talking about a very hot button issue, especially around the time it was like the SS Sniper Wolf and Jack's Films controversy. So like of course people are gonna like talk about your opinion on that, dude. It doesn't matter what kind of format they're talking about it in. They're going to talk about it. And it just seems like you weren't happy with how everyone was making fun of you from it.
He reacts to one of my videos because he thinks it's going to be funny. Not for any legitimate reason of commentary. And he has no idea what he's talking about the entire
I mean, it was funny. He did add legitimate commentary to it, but it was also funny. Two points can be simultaneously true. He did poke fun at your video, but also, too, he wanted to have some genuine critiques of it, which is what I try to do here. This is, at the end of the day, I try to make this somewhat of a comedy show. If I find something to poke fun at, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, right? But if I can, I will give genuine critique. That's just the name of the game when it comes to like this, like the commentary type of reactions.
Entire video. In fact, the thumbnail of the video looks like this. raped by
Dude, this is dude, this is honestly the best thumbnail ever. I don't know why you're so upset about it. It's so awesome. Bro, the best dude, this is Chud's best thumbnail. I don't know why you're so upset about it.
by Jack. The premise of this video apparently was to answer the question as to whether or not Jack's films personally sexually assaulted me. You can
That was not the intention of the video. That was just a funny thumbnail. Now, the actual topic of the video was if you were jealous of Jack's films, which was like literally the title of the video where you talked about his controversy with SS Sniper Wolf. Is the thumbnail a little risque for YouTube? I mean, sure. But you're just you see you're taking the most literal interpretation possible, which is why I think you have some sort of tism that prevents you from seeing any logical like if you notice, Darkviper is never wrong in his conflicts, right? It's always he was never wrong with Muda, he was never wrong with Charlie. It's always just like it's always, you know, he shows them the light when it comes to their wrongdoings or some shit like that, right?
You can probably understand the kind of quality of content that we're talking about for this video.
And it's grade A quality, if I'm being honest. Grade A.
So obviously, Chud Logic was in the wrong in that he legally doesn't have any right to repost my content on his YouTube channel. In the video itself, he mentions twice that he knew it was illegal what he was doing and he simply didn't care. He had a personal message from me saying, you should not do this. I do not give you permission. I do not believe what you are doing is right. And he stood it anyway. And so I struck his video. Case closed, right? For anyone with any semblance of sense in the world, that's the end of the story.
And also too, like I feel like if he had just all he had to do was ignore Chud Logic's video, and like all the commentary videos made on him, I mean, they still would have been made because, like, remember, this is the same guy who made a 14-page document saying that like reaction streamers were the equivalent of rapists, right? The guy was gonna be talked about regardless. But it would have been 10 times better for him if he just ignored Chud's video, which he should have done. And we're at the point now where he's just like he's my favorite lolcow at the moment, if I'm being completely honest. He's one of my favorites to talk about because like he's so unself-aware about everything happening to him that he legitimately thinks he's the victim, that he's the good guy, that he's going to come out on top somehow. And I don't know when or how, but eventually, his mainstream audience is going to be sick and tired of him. He's going to slip up somehow, and they're going to eat him alive. I'm going to laugh a little when that happens. Not going to lie.
But Chud Logic is a drama YouTuber. A drama YouTuber with connections with some of the slimiest, well, most terrible people on these platforms.
Most terrible, most evil people ever. Most terrible, evil people ever. This is me, Darkviper. By the way, I love how these people pretend like they themselves don't talk about drama. Like Viper, my guy, you clearly talk about like Twitch. You've talked about Twitch drama before. You've talked about like, come on. Sure, it might not be like your main bread and butter, but you talk about YouTube and internet drama. Don't pretend like you're fucking better than anyone else, you know? That's the irritating thing, is that these people like Anisha, iDubbbz, Ethan, when we were all a bit more critical of him, these people actively participate in internet drama, and then they're like, the drama gutters, they're fucking leeching off of my success, and it's like, but buddy, maybe don't get yourself into controversy. Maybe people won't talk about it. It's that simple.
Platforms. And so for months, he digs up every clip that he can possibly find of me that looks bad and just lies about the context of those clips. He finds every video with anyone ever insulting me.
Oh my god, my favorite clip has to be the Among Us one. Because like he's just so fucking mad at the viewer for I think for the viewer tricking him in Among Us, which is what you're supposed to do. But, you know, I digress.
and reacts to every single one of those videos. Months crusade to find anything he can on me. This even led to a Kiwi Farms document being made by his viewers so that they could funnel.
Whoa. All right, buddy. No, I don't think that that makes it like the way you're phrasing that makes it seem like it was like they did it on Chud Logic's word. Like, I'm sorry, but like at the end of the day, Kiwi Farms is it's a gossip website, right? And if you're doing ridiculous shit on the internet, they're gonna fucking talk about you. Like, if you don't like, this is the thing. It's actually very easy to avoid not being on Kiwi Farms, and that's like just like, don't do stupid stuff on the internet, man. Like, if you were just like doing like your GTA stuff, and like you didn't feel the need to fucking like cause like controversy everywhere you go, you wouldn't have a fucking Kiwi Farms thread, you know? It's that simple.
Content back to him in which I was doxxed. It's part of the reason why I have more security now. It's because of
again, like the way you're framing that, it seems like you're blaming Chud for your doxing, which is not. You can't blame a YouTuber for like unless Chud himself specifically said, "Hey, go find X, Y, and Z," like what Rich implied with like Jay and all of his haters, right? Like, unless the YouTuber goes, "Hey, I need you to find this information on this guy," then you can't blame Chud for what his audience did or what you're alleging his audience did. Because like the people who made the thread on you probably didn't really know who Chud Logic was until your little tuffle with him.
This fuckwit. But amidst all this, offhandedly, in this video that I made, I mentioned someone called Willymac Show. So Willymac Show is one of these cartoonish grifters who is
yes, that's how I describe Willymac, a cartoonish grifter.
Friends with Chud Logic. In fact, as I found out recently, he is in a group of drama YouTubers that all work together.
Oh, here we go. The Tea Party leaks. Oh, you know what it was? He finally had the fucking smoking gun with like the reveal of like the Tea Party leaks, and so like now he's just like, yeah, I can finally fucking go for them now. When it's like this just shows you how bad he is at researching stuff, because like the Tea Party leaks have been out for like over a year, man. I don't know what else to tell you.
Together to like collaborate and push the same message and attack the same people in particular ways. Mudahars was in this group, and he's apparently now promoting Willymac Show, so they're associated.
Dude, I fucking love the fact that like, because remember, the relationship with like Mudahar and Darkviper is hilarious, because like Muda made a video on like Twitch ads, right? And then like this was when like Darkviper was still like heavily associated with Twitch, and he was like very angry about Muda's video. Muda was then on a call with Tommy C talking about the whole thing, and then behind the scenes they hatched it out, and like Muda tried to be pretty neutral throughout this entire thing, and then like I think Muda gave like a mild criticism of Darkviper. Fucking Darkviper burned the entire bridge with Mudahar, which is why he's mentioning him now in a lot of stuff, like Mudahar promotes these people, you know? That like that's like what's the phrase I'm looking for? But like he's just throwing everything he can at Muda to make him seem like such a bad guy, even though like he was perfectly willing to like be friendly with him. That just shows you like how fucking slimy this, like he talks about like how grifty and how slimy everyone else is. Like as soon as it benefits him, or as soon as he like perceives a wrong that the person did, he is more than willing to like throw them under the bus. Which I don't know about you guys, I think that shows a lot of Darkviper's character. I mean, remember, he stopped being friends with Carl Josp over him taking the advertisement for Asmongold's PC company, his PC gaming company, because as many of you may know, Carl is in a very costly legal battle with a alleged cheater of a certain video game world record, and so he kind of needs all the money he can to support his family, not just himself in the lawsuit. And Darkviper was perfectly willing to throw that friendship under the bus. Because how dare he take a sponsorship from a brand that's associated with a reaction YouTuber
as well. But here's child logic down here. Now, of course, Willymac show doesn't disclose this association, even when he talks about the situation between.
He doesn't disclose this association
me and child logic because Willy is a liar. But in the video, I referenced how Willymac show, for some reason, had been saying entirely false things all over Twitter. Why I lost respect for Willymac show. And in this video, I showcased that Willymac made like...
Did you have any respect for him to begin with?
a dozen false tweets about this situation, including retweeting misinformation.
A dozen false tweets. He doesn't talk about why the tweets are false, but they're just false.
From Child Logic himself. And he seemed to clearly know nothing about anything that was going on. This pissed off Willymac show to no end. What was funny about him being pissed off is that in a live stream later, he admitted that he knew nothing about me.
Had to call you about the Viper stuff. Does he live in Australia, right? He doesn't live in your country, right? So I don't even know what he's had. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get any of this. No, because I don't.
Wait, is this really did this live stream come out before or after Willy made his video on you? Because it seems like this is before he made your video, I
don't even know if what you reacted to was fair use. You sent me it, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, talking to him makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. I never know what the f he's going on about. It is actually like talking to one of the crazy crackhead homeless people. Yeah, I mean, what kind of content does he even I would love to see what his live streams hold.
It seems like this is Willy. You know what this seems like? This seems like Willy in the midst of doing research for his video. So this seems like this is well before the video came out. Seems like you're framing this a bit wrong.
He does mainly GTA content, I think. GTA speedruns and stuff like that.
Let's play stuff.
Just to be clear, based on the dates of videos releasing, he did at max 3 weeks of research into my career.
I would say if we're talking, because the video is not a full in-depth this is the history of Darkviper AU. If you want a also too that just because the clip was uploaded March 25th does not mean the conversation happened March 25th. I'm not too well versed on Chud Logic's his upload schedule, but I guarantee you this conversation probably happened a day or two prior, maybe. Again, it depends on how urgent it was for him to clip this, because this is on Chud's secondary channel. This isn't even on his main channel. If you this again, this isn't a full in-depth history on your entire career. The person who did do that was British Runner. And from what I understand, British Runner did I want to say a month or two of research for his video, if not longer. And Willy was just covering your anti-reaction content history, which is just a small part of your online career. So it's not going to take as long to research. So yeah, I would say especially if he makes it a main priority, him doing 3 weeks of research on one topic is not it's not the worst thing, because Willy does pretty thorough research when it comes to topics he's covering. Now, when it's something like the Hassan stuff, he did a lot more research with Hassan. I think that one took him a month or two. But I digress.
Yeah, which is 12 years long. I can almost guarantee he did not spend 3 weeks, but at max, he could have spent 3 weeks. Given that he also made commentary on my entire 33 years of life for some reason, not enough time.
What? He didn't. I don't think he commented on your childhood. He might have like made a joke or two. What?
To learn about a topic you know nothing about. I mean, hey, he is the expert grifter lying on the internet for money, but if I was in his shoes, I would have limited my scope of my video to
lie
like
about
one or two
What did
topics.
he lie? Like the reason why like Hassan's a grifter is because he actively lies about military conflicts. Like he said that, what was it? He said the Ukraine and Russia war would never happen. And that he said that Putin wasn't Putin wasn't a bad guy because all he wanted was like his land back. And then we have people like Sneeko who will just like he'll actively say whatever the contrarian opinion is, right? I remember him having a whole debate with Destiny over like seat belts. Like people shouldn't have to wear seat belts when they're driving. It's like, bro, those are I think I like Sneeko and Hassan are like clear examples of grifters because like they're just like they know what their target audience wants them to say. They'll say it regardless if they actually believe it, and then they rake in money, right?
Topics rather than like the 30 that he tried to cover in 40 minutes. But hey, when you don't care if you're accurate, it doesn't really matter. He knew nothing about the situation, had not seen Chud Logic's video, and despite that, he was defending Chud because they were friends. Something again, he doesn't disclose, and again, this will come up in the story a little bit later. So despite not knowing anything about the situation, he says on Twitter that, I'm gonna make a video on this situation between Chud and Darkviper AU. I haven't made up my mind yet about my stance on the issue. So Willy said here, all right, I'm gonna look into this Darkviper stuff. And so Jin here asks which side, and Willy says depends, haven't decided yet. To which I say, might be the first time I'll get a video about me where someone actually reads and watches my work beforehand. Good luck. Admittedly, would have been nice had you done this before mouthing off on Twitter. Honest of a man to say he didn't look into something before writing about it. Of course lying, because he had made up his mind, he was friends with one of the dudes, and had already been spreading misinformation about the thing for weeks, right? So he makes this video. Darkviper AU won't stop, from React debates to lolcow. And so I watched this video when it came out, and 17 minutes in, I had to stop and think, why is this video so false? At this point, I already knew that Willy was
is this video so false?
a grifter who was lying. I knew his association with Chud Logic, so he was motivated to lie. I knew he didn't like that I called him out for his previous lies, and so I knew he was going to lie more to defend those lies. But even then, I still didn't understand why it was so false. And the big reason for this is he would say false things that
You know what? Okay, you know what? We won't react to the whole thing. We won't react to the whole thing. But you know what? Let's pull up Willy's old video, shall we? Let's pull up his old video, because I would love to like. He said he watched like the first 17 minutes. So like, let's watch like the first like 5 minutes, maybe. Maybe that will give us a full history on like the depraved liar that is that is Willymac show. Him lying about Darkviper. Wait, where the fuck is his video at? Where am I missing it? Oh, here it is, right here. Darkviper AU won't stop. Okay, so again, he says he watched the first 17 minutes and knew instantly that Willymac was a grifter and a liar. So let's look into this, shall we?
Darkviper, aka Matt, is popular for his GTA content. Some are challenges, some are facts and glitches, some of it is speedrunning. But in the commentary community,
I mean, that seems true so far. That is what his main content is.
he's mostly known for his hatred of React content, where he made a 14-page manifesto detailing why React content is immoral. He does what every political creator does, acting like the only way he can make his point is comparing it to the worst thing possible. In this case, grape. Saying if you meet a reactor at a party, I suggest covering your glass, or outright telling them you don't want them to F you, because they seem keen to take a person's silence as consent. With she compares CP to owning a computer. With Viper, it's grape if you react to a YouTube video. He even clarifies.
I mean, that I see no falsehoods so far.
It's hyperbole, but only slightly so. The difference between actively ignoring consent for financial gain is not so far removed from ignoring consent for sexual gratification. So today we're going to
Again, it doesn't seem like he's lying about him so far. For first, like 40 seconds in, I see no lie yet.
Discussing Viper's Grape, also known as the time someone reacted to his content. Some of it he's right, some of it I disagree with, all of it's over the top.
It's 14 pages! 14!
My favorite soundbite. In fact, guys, if you donate, you're gonna hear it's 14 pages.
14 pages! 14 pages! He's using a soundbite of one of the most traumatic, angry moments of my entire life. It's 14 pages!
Again, not a falsehood, because he literally plays a clip of you saying it was one of the most traumatic moments of your life.
I have never been this mad at a person in the entirety of my life! Was the worst period in the entirety of my life. He has made my life worse, miserably so, that I can't have a day to myself. I don't deserve I will get back to editing!
Dude, I love the tism rage that Darkviper has, right? Like, obviously we've had moments where he's yelled at people, but I want to see a moment where he just full on has like a meltdown. He just starts screaming into the void. That sounds so awful, but I'm hoping to see that. I genuinely am.
I want to start off by laying out Matt's take on React content, with the focus being on streamers, complaining that they are taking other people's work that took hours and hours to make, and then flipping it. So now they have a product that's equal in quality, but it took them only the amount of time to react to it on stream, showing a diagram how a React streamer could steal up to
And this is how you know he has the tism, because he made a whole fucking chart about this.
1,500 hours worth of labor in a single hour of streaming. I think Hassan's a prime example of this, using videos to entertain his stream while he leaves to do something else.
Hold on, I gotta pee. I'm sorry.
National correspondent.
And that's like that's the thing with like Darkviper, like because like there like as mentioned earlier, he was pretty jealous of like how Jack's Films was able to like get people on his side, even though realistically they were talking about like the same stuff. It's because Jack is able to portray it and like give you that information in a way that like it just makes sense to like the average viewer. Like he didn't pull out charts or anything like that. He just like he like calmly explained his opinion and how what these people do, it's just not good for the platform. Whereas like Darkviper, like he like it's like a whole like like you know that like the billboard thing that they have in like mystery shows where it's like this connects to this and that connects to that, you know, like that whole thing. Like that's what Darkviper has, except the strands are going like in 50 different directions. And if you ask him any questions on like anything, he calls you dumb and then like berates you for like even asking questions in the first place. Whereas like Jax is very willing to explain his position in order for it to make sense to like an average viewer, which is why he got a lot more traction than Darkviper did. And Darkviper just doesn't understand that. He just thinks the internet's out to get him, which is not the case. It's that he just needs to explain himself better.
Or Denim streaming full episodes of Avatar while touting on Twitter how streaming is the hardest job she's ever had. But his argument,
guys, this job is so hard. You don't understand. Every second that I hit space to pause the video, it literally takes a year off my life.
isn't that some reactors are bad, it's that they're all bad. He argues that React streamers are stealing the labor of content creators and using their own work to outcompete them for finite impressions. Now, objectively, yes, it's competing for eyeballs just like any piece of content is online, but the only compelling part to me is that it's now potentially competing with the original work. In my personal experience, because that's all we can go off of, when people react to my content, I usually get no jump in viewership. Over the dozens of times my videos have been reacted to, I've only had two major boosts. One was from Destiny and the other one was from Charlie. And I think it's because those content creators were somewhat invested in those dramas at the time, so their viewers were more willing to take the time to come comment on the original. Now, how many times have I noticeably lost viewership? Never. There's never been an obvious dip in viewership after somebody's reacted to the video, even when the reaction has many times the views.
Now, I think there can be an argument for it's weird sometimes. Like, I wish I could remember his name, but there was a guy that Charlie reacted to and he shouted him out, and like he became like a full-time YouTuber overnight thanks to like Charlie reacting and shouting him out for his work. I feel like that's like more often than not that's already that's like a one-time thing. It's rare to happen. It's rare for a YouTuber to have someone react to their content. They get a whole bunch of new subscribers and viewership because of that, and then bam, they're able to be like a full-time YouTuber. Partly because the majority of videos that like at least like big time reaction people watch, it's already from creators that have a pretty sizable audience to begin with. It's very rare that like they're reacting to like nobodies on the internet, right? I will say it's like, because like, for example, like if Hassan does like a nothing reaction to your video, right? Because of how many clip channels Hassan has on YouTube that are like, I think he has like one or two that are actually run by him. Everything else is just like fan content pretty much. So like it's easy for like the fan edits to it's very easy for them to overtake the original video, because you have a bunch of people just like uploading the same Hassan clip, and so that overtakes the algorithm and that video.
But other creators have documented this happening. Internet Anarchist showing there was an 87% dip in impressions, as well as a 52% decrease in views on the day of the re-upload. Mad Seasons documented something similar.
Then we notice a little spike here on May 12th, because this is when everyone's favorite corporal decided he wanted to watch some real content, and he reacted to it. So you'll see a bump in viewership here because he's consistent about giving credit and linked the video to his stream after watching it. But even visually here, you'll notice an immediate decline. We have a pretty significant decrease in viewership, presumably due to the fact that from this date, there are now 2 major copies of this video sharing the algorithm.
But he hammers home that React content is actually the worst for people who aren't reacted to at all. He compares it to pollution.
I went into such intricate detail to explain that everyone suffers from React content, but those who are reacted to suffer the least. We could use pollution as an example. You've got the people at the top, the polluters, who make tons of money polluting the planet. Then you have the people who work for them who make some of that money as well. Then you have literally everyone else who's like, can you guys like stop polluting the planet? Like, we don't work for you, but we do suffer because of what you're doing. And the second tier is like, why the f are you complaining, man? I'm getting a great paycheck here. The people at the top are like, look, all these fucking people. They don't even work for us. They don't work for us. They're not our responsibility. Every class except the top is ultimately worse off. The people in the second class who get some benefit are less worse off, but everyone else.
I guess in this analogy, the people who like are reacted to are like the second class. Like I don't think that's a good analogy, because like if your videos are not being reacted to, but like they still gain traction, right? You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about a copy of your video competing with your own video, right? All you'd have to worry about is like someone like making a video on like the same topic, right? Whereas like if you get your content reacted to from like a big streamer, then yeah, you have to worry about your video competing with the other video. That's your video, but it's like someone else's face over it, you know? So the analogy does not it's not good. I'm sorry, Darkviper.
Else is the worst off.
All React content makes you a bad person, not that it's necessarily illegal.
You are taking that guy's 500 hours of labor in order to take all these impressions and therefore viewers from every other content creator. If you were to disappear, everyone would be better off. However, all original content creators have just as much right to be in this space as anyone else. Reactors don't.
Chill the fuck out. It's not that serious.
Writing what is legal is not necessarily good by any standard. Just because slavery was once legal didn't make it good. And certainly, even if this labor exploitation was legal.
I love the way Darkviper's brain works. Like, just comparing reaction stuff to like slavery and rape. It's amazing. It's amazing.
it wouldn't make it any less exploitative. If you're a React streamer, you're a rapist and a slave owner, apparently. Could we pick more extreme examples? Is this Vosh's younger brother? The reason why he wants to discuss the morality of React content is because we don't know the legality of it. I get it, we don't have a legal precedent set, and everyone's barometer for what they count as fair use is going to be a little bit different, which is why he says, who cares about fair use?
For example, I clarified my position on fair use, which can be summarized as, who the f cares?
Even lawyers aren't positive.
Except fair use applies in these instances, right? So you can't say who cares because oftentimes fair use works against you. And oh, this is great. This is great. So we're gonna end it there with Willy's video. We might go back to it. Who knows? He called me a dickless dumbass last night, John. Who did? Who called you that? who said the mean things to you, Teddy? Who was it?
That benefited him not at all from saying. It's like there was no practical benefit to the false things he was saying, but he was saying them anyway. Because I had the impression that while Willymac didn't know much about me, I thought he knew at least something. Because for the previous year and a half, 2 years, he had liked 50 of my tweets, had responded to like a dozen of them. Of all
He liked my tweet. I thought he knew me. Call me crazy, but if you're liking a tweet, I don't think that means you instantly know the person, right?
all the creators that I knew at the time, he had engaged with my Twitter the most in a positive way. I assumed on that basis that he had at least some like for my content, in the same way that Turkey Tom admitted that he used to like my content quite a bit.
But Darkviper AU is someone with a smaller audience who you may or may not have heard of. He makes a lot of content within the game Grand Theft Auto, and while he's not as popular as Critical, he is a very successful creator in his own right, who does a lot of cool things on YouTube, and he's someone that I watch from time to time.
Until I called him a bastard in DMs, and then he just also started lying.
Yeah, dude. Shocker. Guess what? I used to watch Review Tech USA. I liked his content. And then he called my show the Circle Jerk Podcast. Guess what? I don't watch his content anymore. If you're just like openly insulting someone due to criticism of you, they're not inclined to like you still.
But that's another story. As it turns out, Willy is a person who is a clout chaser in the traditional sense of the word, where it's not just an insult, he actually just follows people that have a lot of viewership and tries to buddy up to them.
No, wait, no. Like, this is how Willy works. Willy will follow some creators because more often times than not, they're involved in stories. And if they're involved in stories, Willy will reach out to them to get their point of view on stuff, like how he reached out to you on your point of view on the whole reaction stuff. It's very simple, very, very simple, my guy. It's not that hard to compute. You see, like, I follow a lot of people, and if I'm ever able to get in contact with them to get their perspective on a story, guess what? I'm gonna do that. Because one, I think it just helps if you can get like a side of the story, and two, I think like it's just what you do as a YouTuber who's covering stuff, right? Like if you have the ability to reach out to someone to get their comment or clarification on something, I think you should do it. I mean, more often than not, at least in my case, they either ignore my DM or they say like, oh, I have to ring check, but it's just like something you gotta do.
In order to get views. And so the reason he followed me on Twitter and engaged with my stuff so much was in an attempt to get views from me. When he found out that he couldn't get views from me because I didn't respect him, I
think, hang on. Let's re-look at that video. Oh, 208,000 views. I think he did get the views from you, buddy. I think he did.
Was in this video. he seemed to conclude, at least that's the only explanation I can think of that explains why this video, that he could just lie about me. So in this video, that was meant to be about defending Chud Logic, he doesn't talk about the situation between me and Chud Logic until like half an hour in large part because Chud Logic.
Well, because like the video wasn't just about the Chud Logic issue. The whole video itself, as shown here, it's an overview on like your whole history with reaction content, you know?
Positive when it comes to what counts and what doesn't when it comes to fair use. Some say most of it likely counts.
That's why the video is chaptered, right? Like it's chaptered in this debating reaction content. Darkviper confronts me, striking clips, sad man. Like this is why Willy's video is chaptered, because like there are multiple. He doesn't talk about just like one overarching thing with like your reaction content stuff. He talks about pretty much.
Viper's a very emotional guy. We talked about how Ethan traumatized him for saying 14 pages.
This reminded me that very recently I found out that Ethan has something like 6 different sound effects of me on his podcast. Not only that, he has used them frequently for over 2 years. That is just really fucked up.
Divided by 14.
That is just really fucked up.
It's 14 pages! As someone who has been incessantly harassed by him for years in front
Harassed
of thousands, he is one of those truly deserving of being driven off the internet. I don't know how sick of an individual you have to be to do something like this. Like, if he was using it in some wholesome way, or...
It has to be wholesome in order for it to be okay. Oh my god, that's like the perfect image right there. That's going in the thumbnail, baby. That... Look at that fucking face right there. Holy shit. Yo, when you and your girl start getting undressed and she has a bigger one than you do. Me when I look at the price of the new Hearts of Iron 4 DLC.
Logic was clearly in the fucking wrong. So what he does instead is he goes to archive.org and likely talks to Chud Logic himself and grabs every clip that he possibly can to spam in this video for like 40 minutes, often repeating.
Dude, the clips are funny. Cry about it more. They're fucking funny.
The same clip multiple times, never mentioning when these clips happened, why these clips happened, often lying about why those clips exist at all. And that's what this video is.
Actually, he gives a pretty decent overview at like some of the more some of the clips, dude. Like there's legit a full context right here for your clip about
shouting me out in some positive way, fine, but he's just using it to mock me.
Good. After yelling at the guy in Among Us,
he's just using it to mock me.
And so I'm watching this video being like, this video can't be responded to. Nothing in it is true.
I remember, what was it? I remember he'd be like, sure, I'll react to, you know what? I'll watch a video that is critical of me if it reaches this many views. And like, I remember his video reached that, like Willymac's video reached the required amount of views and nothing happened. All Chud can do is just like, he'll hide behind like, oh, they constantly lie about me. They lie. And maybe we'll get into it here, but like he doesn't really specify what the lie was.
True. Every sentence uttered, often for dozens of reasons, is false. Sometimes it is really knowingly lying in that different statements that he makes can't both be true. Well, he can't believe both are true. One has to be a lie, so you can deduce that he is lying to some degree. Second is he's so ignorant of everything that he speaks on that I would just be explaining things that he doesn't know. And the third is really, really dumb. The two main arguments he uses to dismiss.
And he's a meanie. And he's a poo-poo head. Like that's what this is coming off as right now.
Most of what I say about reaction content are one, he doesn't care.
When it comes to React content being the worst because it's stealing impressions from completely unrelated creators, I don't care.
Any argument that he
Okay, hang on. That's completely misframing his argument.
I say about reaction content are one, he doesn't care.
No, very clearly in that clip, he states that he doesn't care if like the reaction doesn't like. No, because Chud, your argument is that like reaction content is worse for people who aren't reacted to. When Willy's argument, like this is where like Willy like agrees with you on. It's like reaction content is bad for the people who are being reacted to. Willy doesn't think reaction content is bad for the people who aren't being reacted to, because that argument doesn't make sense. Why is reaction content bad for the people who, one, don't make reaction content, or two, don't get reacted to? That was Willy's position. If we're talking about dishonesty of like framing stuff and like clip chipping, you are clip chipping and you are being very much dishonest here.
When it comes to react content being the worst because it's stealing impressions from completely unrelated creators,
He says it right there, completely unrelated creators, meaning that it's not about, like, his thing isn't the amount of brain rot I'm fucking getting from Darkviper right now. Jesus.
don't care.
Any argument that he personally doesn't care about is no longer valid if he doesn't care about it. I know that sounds stupid, but he is that dumb. The second, on the basis of seemingly nothing, he argues there is a broad consensus that disagrees with me. And if there's a broad consensus that disagrees with something, it is false. Now, that again may sound stupid because, you know, you're probably a person who's gone through high school and you would know that even if the majority agrees with something, it doesn't make it true. If the majority is against something, it doesn't make it false. That's not an argument.
But
like, this is the thing. It's the, like, I would say at least like the vast majority of like people who are like plugged into YouTube care about like theft and reaction content. As shown by the Jack's Film stuff, people very clearly care about this stuff. It's just that the way you frame stuff and the way you talk about them is not cohesive, and a normal audience is not able to understand you, Darkviper. That's why Jack's Films is so successful with this type of campaign, and you're not.
As of right now, creators and viewers value the free speech and opinions that come with good reaction content more than they value potentially losing that extra dollar.
Worse, though, how he does this is he just asserts there's a consensus against my positions and therefore I'm wrong. I feel like
there is a consensus against your opinion, though.
I didn't really cover it much at the time, but one of the most interesting things that Willy does in the video is lie so much to defend Chud Logic, calling him reasonable and everything he does being reasonable, like asking whether...
Oh, this is my favorite section of the video right here, because this is basically just like Chud Logic's best moments.
Jack's Films raped me, perfectly reasonable.
All I wanted to know
oh, here we go.
was if Viper struck Chud and why. He's being so indirect. If Viper just said, because I don't think it's fair use, that would have been a good enough reason for me. Chud's even been reasonable about it.
But here's just a small selection of how Chud acted reasonably when his video got taken down, entirely justifiably.
Here we go.
And pay money, pay his good money to get this fucking retarded bitch to file this stupid takedown request, okay? Idiots. Total idiots. Total fucking clown show over at that fucking lawyer place.
How dare he make fun of your law, like the law firm you went to, which took months to file a proper copyright thing. How dare he?
This lawyer would say this. It has to be that Darkviper's been like, can you just please make sure that Chud doesn't get this, because it'll just make more content about me. Correct! Here I am, Darkviper! Let's go! I'm here, baby. I'm here making more content about you, little wretch. The last thing you wanted to happen. I've got no intention of ever watching any Darkviper content again because he's a litigious little freak. The DMCA request that Darkviper sent me originally because it was funny and he's pathetic and cringe, and I showed everyone how pathetic and cringe he was. But I'm being very cautious about this, except for fucking shitting on him because it's funny. I'm never going to stop doing that. But this has been fun. It's been fun to go over this, and I think it's pretty clear that this lawyer he's hired is also quite retarded and makes some very fucking weird arguments in this.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
So let's have a look. Oh my god, man, he's such a fucking nerd. Look at this. Oh, this dude is such a fucking
There was a clip of him calling me a nerd.
loser. God, this guy's such a fucking loser, man. And the thing is, he can hide behind his fucking retarded opinion on taking an entire video. This guy's such a fucking fucking loser, man.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
What a fucking loser, man. Loser. What a loser. Dude, Darkviper, you're pathetic,
Yo,
dude.
based.
DMCA this,
logic.
bitch. DMCA this. Oh, wait, you can't because I'm not fucking watching your content at all in this bit, am I? You fucking bitch. What a loser. What a fucking loser. DMCA me, come on. Send some more my way. Let's fucking go, bitch. What a fucking idiot. Ha! Idiot! You're an idiot, Darkviper. You, bitch. How many videos has this freak got on his channel about bigger creators reacting? Like, you're fucking retarded. What are you trying to say? Okay, so give me an answer then, Fergus. Give me a fucking dollar amount, you retard. In fact, hop in the Discord. Hop in the fucking Discord and you can explain it to me. Do your fucking little analysis of how much money this has all cost him and what damages are due. Fucking freak.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
Let's go over every embarrassing thing that's ever happened to Darkviper, shall we? How about that? Should we have a little look at some of the most pathetic things Darkviper's ever done? What do you reckon? That's going to be fun, isn't it? Looking forward to this. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more to be discovered. And don't worry, guys, I'm committed to this. I will be looking up as much as I possibly can of this guy. And I'm going to be finding every single thing he's ever done that's embarrassing. And I'll be broadcasting it and talking about it, you know?
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
Darkviper has made it very clear he's a pathetic little wretch when it comes to this stuff. So this is him looking at some gay Reddit video, okay? One of his retarded fans, one of his idiot fans has put together some stupid, lame edit of him. Right? Oh, I love you so much. We love you, Matt. We fucking love you. Let's put together a bunch of clips of your stream. Oh, we love you so much. It's so brilliant. Okay, anyway.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
Guys, if you can find clips of Darkviper talking in his videos about not having a life, okay, please, by all means, send it to me. What a pathetic fucking loser, man. Oh my God. No friends. Oh, no.
Dude, I'm sure he intended this to be an L for Chud Logic, but dude, he's just playing the highlights right here, my guy. Dude, this is like the best Chud Logic fan edit right here.
Oh, what's happening? Oh my God! Oh. What a fucking loser! Oh my God, how pathetic is this guy? He's crying. He's crying because of some gay Reddit video. God, what a pathetic wretch. He's crying. This dude is crying over a fucking Reddit fan video. What else have we got on the agenda? Let's have a little look and keep going.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
I don't know, making fun of a dude crying is pretty low-hanging fruit. Listen, Darkviper's pathetic. He's a little disgusting rat. And what he does is he's doing this like little ratty DMCA thing because he thought he could squash me privately, right? Not only did it not work, but he's enraged the beast that has been fucking locked away for a little while because nothing like this has really happened for a little while, right? People have accused me of drama farming. Yes, I'm taking fucking advantage of this. I didn't want this. I didn't want any of this. I don't want the hassle of all this nonsense, right? In terms of like DMCA and copyright and law, I was just doing my thing. So yeah, I'm a bit annoyed. I'm a little bit mad, okay? I'm a little bit peeved about the situation.
Chud's even been reasonable about it.
Cry, bitch. Cry. The tears are only just beginning, motherfucker. I will find any possible clip of them looking terrible, mock it and laugh at it. That is now the plan. This could be one of the most pathetic specimens I've ever come across. This is brilliant. Anyway, Jesus Christ, man. I'm going to spend my whole stream hating on Darkviper. And what we're going to do is we're going to spend the next 3 weeks digging up every single embarrassing thing that Darkviper's ever done publicly and making content out of it. No, I'm not really going to do that, okay? We'll probably just cut some videos from this, I think.
Just to be clear, he made dozens more videos that I didn't bother looking at.
Dude, that was the fucking best right there. Dude, that's like the primo like fan edit right there.
Because it doesn't matter. Like, even a small sample here. This is what Willy means when he says Darkviper is not reasonable, but Chud Logic is. I do not act enough like Chud Logic, therefore I am not reasonable.
Obviously, you know, I am biased because I do react to things. I, you know, feel I do a fair use job, even though not legally, but ethically. I kind of react to stuff pretty heavily. Because legally, I think that all of them fall under the same issue with, you know, full reacting to the content that exists. Like, if you watch a 30-second TikTok, right? I don't think that's a big deal, and I think ethically or morally, it's not that bit crazy a thing. But from an IP perspective, you have breached that person's IP, and they could legitimately file a DMCA request against you if they wanted to. Same with Asmongold Reacts. Yes, he talks a lot, but it includes the entire video.
Again, there was so much I could say about this video. I tried. I spent like 3 days writing a script to debunk this video. But I recognized, as you can probably see now, I am a terrible speaker. You see me when I'm...
You think, buddy? When you compare stuff like reaction content and rape and slavery, you think you're a bad speaker? Color me shocked.
Making intros and stuff, and I'm reading from a word pad, and it often takes me like 10 tries to get out a couple of sentences scripted in perfect fluency. I realized that I had written so much that it would take literally months for me to explain through a scripted thing why this video is false, in all the ways that it is false. Because I'm not a person who likes to half-ass anything, as I'm half-assing this story now. And I knew I couldn't do it, and that really annoyed me. That for business reasons and emotion.
You were angry because you couldn't debunk his video. Wow. Wow. I think that says more about like Willy's video being that good against you, rather than just like you just like, I wasn't able to put the words in correctly. Like, no, bro. It sounds to me like you couldn't actually combat any of Willy's points in your video. So now you're just deflecting.
Emotional reasons. I should just let this go. Just accept that a person like Willymac will lie openly and not care what is true for money. And it's just a corner of the internet that exists.
Dude, yeah, I think your fans have, your actual fans have told you that multiple times, that you need to just, like, move on from this. But you can't, because it's, like, you have that obsessive personality that, like, it requires you to fucking, like, debunk everything that anyone's ever slightly wronged you about, right? You and Boblacks have, like, that same fucking gene that, it's a compulsion for you to just like debate anyone who thinks you're wrong, when it doesn't help you in the long run whatsoever.
That there's nothing I can do about, but it annoys me. And apparently this dude feels like he's made at least enough money of a return on investment for the like 15 seconds he spent making this video, because, you know, if you don't care what's true, you can just make up shit till the cows come home. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make a second video. Good money. Like, when you're not bound by reality, you can, of course, just fire out video after video on the same person, because you can just make up shit. And the people who he speaks to know so little that they can't deduce for themselves that this stuff is false. He will say a lie, show a 5-second clip that does nothing to substantiate that lie, both ultimately therefore being lies, is because one's missing a wide host of context that is explicitly excluded, and the other just being something he made up. And you look at that and go, well, neither of those two things are supporting each other. Surely then there's something going on here false. But people don't, because they don't really care. The story that Willymac has constructed is more interesting to people than the actual truth. And so there's nothing I can do. So I'm trying to tack into this video stuff that I don't think is going to come up in the next video. I want to showcase how brazenly these guys lie and how low their standard of evidence is. It's not just Willymac, it's not just Chud Logic, it's an entire support group of these drama creators who do not care if what they're saying is true, they're just trying to make videos as fast as possible. So Nicholas Dedrio says here, this guy has actually become a total lolcow. Someone told me he was showing off his girlfriend to own the haters, got her doxxed, and then made a video crying about the people who did it. What the fuck is happening? So this is the video he's linking here. And those who actually know my content are gonna notice something very immediate here. Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Legacy Rambles, where Legacy Rambles are years old, from my main channel, long before I met Aitana. It is literally impossible for this video to contain information about Aitana because the footage came from before I even knew her. I have never shown off Aitana to own haters. I don't care.
Don't say her name. Don't fucking say your girlfriend's name. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Don't fucking say your current girlfriend's name. It's not that fucking hard. Jesus, man.
Yeah, we do the Instagram content because I like doing it and it's good for taxes. And she was an Instagram person way back when, so she can help me with it. Got her doxxed? I didn't know she got doxxed. When did this happen? I mean, she lives with me now, so I guess she's being doxxed vicariously because these assholes are partly responsible for me getting doxxed.
Okay, fucking chill, buddy. You're going the flamenco route of like them being responsible for your docs, which is not the fucking case.
But this video is nothing about this. Everything here is false. It starts with Nicholas saying, someone told me. At best, this is Nicholas being like, look, anything I hear in the world is instantly true if someone tells it to me. I'm gonna put it on my Twitter. You need to understand, people watch these guys and actually believe the things that they say. As you probably know, I'm a bit of a workaholic. I am very passionate about what I do, so unless I have a good reason not to, I will spend every waking moment working, as I have done for countless years. However, this changed at the start of this year when I met someone and fell in love. One huge perk of this is that she is someone who makes traveling incredibly fun, in part because she not only loves organizing trips, but she is already...
By the way, in case you guys don't know, his current girlfriend, his sister had to set him up with in order to get him out of the house. Which, I mean, hey, if she's making your life better, she's getting you out of the house more. You know, she's making your pale skin a bit of a darker shade. You know, that's good on you, buddy. I don't know if I would like just actively flaunt your girlfriend. Just don't be fucking doing that. Don't be flaunting your girlfriend out for the public to see. Because guess what? Anyone you're actively beefing with is going to talk about her. It's oftentimes it's not cool, especially if they're not internet personalities themselves. But like it's the unfortunate reality if you start bringing your girlfriend in on content, and now here she is, photos of her in like your main channel video, man. That's fucking... Unless I am dating someone who is a content creator and has already publicly shown their face, I am never going to be showing anyone I'm dating at all. Unless, like, I don't know, we become married or something, right? Because like I know the type of content I do, right? I like my type of content is just like poking fun at people, right? So like, why would I actively give people ammunition to like make fun of like anyone from my personal life? Just don't be fucking doing that, man. Because guess what? Now all the people who are like actively like going through like your Kiwi Farms thread, I'm sure they've already found all the information on her that they possibly can, thanks to you, and plastering her face everywhere.
Very well traveled, and so knows best how to travel and to where. The result is that this year I went to far more places and events, often making these trips into content exclusively for Instagram. This is content that you are missing out on unless you go over to Instagram.
Oh my god, what the fucking shell.
And follow me right now.
Excellent start.
You will get to see footage of my adventures with Aitana, when I hang out with my YouTube creator friends, and when I meet my fans at conventions. You will also learn about all the best places to go in Sydney, Australia, where I live, as well as come with me to see the most beautiful sights the world has to offer. I'm planning to go on a snow trip, as well as a trip to Fiji, and I'm even going to Japan with a few creators that you might know. It is easily my most active secondary social media, and you guys in the comments are often hilarious.
I don't know, it sounds like you like this would be better spent as like an actual secondary channel, like a Darkviper IRL channel. Bro, you could totally make money off of this. But like, again, like, and this is granted, you know, this is just me speaking. I don't know. I don't include your partners in content, especially if they're like IRL partners, you know. It's just don't be doing that, guys. I don't know how else to tell you this. Just don't be doing that.
It is literally just free additional content for you, and I plan to make as much of it as makes sense before GTA 6 comes out and I never leave this room again. So again, follow me on Instagram, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Like, I know for a fact, if I spent all that time debunking this video, I'd get like 150,000 views. Maybe like 20% of people will get to the end. The thing I think that convinced me of that so much was that video I made on Gabby Bell. So this video almost has 500,000 views. Showcases that video this terrible creator made was full of lies, stuff that she knew was lies, manipulated text, terribly argued, and she is still as successful as she was back when I made this video. The one thing that dishonest people have over people like me who try to be honest is that
Over people like me.
they know what they're doing. And so they can very easily ignore when they're called out for being liars. Gabby's like, yeah, this Darkviper guy called me out for lying. Who fucking cares? And she just continues on in her career. Never acknowledges it. 500,000 views, it does not impact her career at all. In the same way that Willymac show's video of him lying for 40 minutes didn't impact me at all. The sort of people who are going to believe something this false don't watch my stuff anyway. But this is the...
But like, unless it's like they're accusing you of like heinous crimes, right? Like, if you're not actively trying to be a drama creator, it is in your best interest not to like respond to like every fucking like video about you, you know? It's just not how you should conduct yourself, really. It's how to put it. Like, cuz your audience has noticed the change, right? You're cuz like you're obsessive about like anyone who has negative things to say about you. Your audience has noticed this. They have told you several times that they do not want you to do this, and you continue to do so anyway. And like, because like he talked about like the main reason why like he stopped doing his Rambles channel was because of like the criticism he was getting on his Reddit page. But it's like, you transitioning the content to your main channel isn't like it's not going to magically stop all the criticism that they had for you. Like your audience is still going to have the same criticism for you. It's just now it's all in one place, which is probably more annoying for your fans, because like I'm sure the majority of your fan base would rather just you do like GTA content like back in the good old days. But no, you are so worried about like what people have said about a document you made, what, like 4 years ago at this point? This is pretty much like, I don't know, man. Like, obviously at this point you're a very successful content creator, right? You've made your money and then some, enough to probably like retire off of. But like, I don't know, it seems like you've destroyed a lot of connections to like the broader YouTube community, which granted, if that's not what you want, go right ahead. But like, I don't know, you're just looking more and more unhinged the more you respond to all this.
Sort of content I used to make back in the day. Holy shit, like guys, in the video, there are points where he makes claims, then shows a clip that immediately debunks that claim.
Viper said Ethan memeing him saying 14 pages has traumatized him.
It's 14 pages!
Because one of my favorite people on the internet, Darkviper, 14 pages!
I don't think Ethan is a very good person, and his using a soundbite of one of the most traumatic, angry moments of my entire life for many, many years on his stream, perhaps 100 times, is a bit more than excessive and very sick.
Why was this traumatic for you? You're angry over nothing.
Like, how was that not interesting to people? It's just so...
Wait, no, it's... Dude, he's very clearly showing that the clip, like the soundboard bothers you. What's the lie there? What's the lie? I'm very curious.
Impressively stupid and so impressively false. There are parts in it where like I am saying one thing, the person I'm responding to is agreeing with that thing, and Willy has come back like 4 years later and said, hey, they're both wrong. To be clear, even after Willy made his video, it's not like he stopped spreading bullshit, because he just goes on. These are just tweets about me, by the way. I blocked the dude and he just still goes on and on.
No, wait, no, don't fucking frame it, dude. Because like Nick, we showcased Nick's tweet he made a few weeks ago. What Viper will do is he'll unblock you. He'll do like a whole like thesis statement reply to you, and then what will happen is he'll block you so that way you can't respond to any of it. So like that's like the weird thing he does. It's like he'll like do paragraph upon paragraph of reply, and then before you can actually respond to him, he blocks you.
I have to speed this up a bit. Like, there's just months of tweets over and over, just whining incessantly. Just cannot stop talking about me. To say he's obsessed with me.
Dude, the only time, like, like after the video and everything, the only time, like, the commentary community has ever talked about you is when you're complaining about the commentary community, dude. Don't pretend like it's just like out of the blue nowhere. The only time you're a topic is when you poke the bear. Okay, like you can't repeatedly poke the bear and then be like, why is the bear attacking me?
Because he's tweeted about me like hundreds of times. It would be a little bit inaccurate because he's obsessed with like anything that he can spam out to get a bit of engagement. He at some point was like 30 tweets a day for an entire month. The man is nuts. What I've been thinking about doing is, as you guys know, I hold the position in regards to React content that if you're reacting to something that you've already seen before and directly involves you, that it's fine to do. Because obviously every bit of the video you have some invested interest in because it's about you, and you are knowledgeable in it because of course you've seen it before and you're the one being talked about. I'm thinking about debunking this video live. See, but the thing about this, I hate half-assing things. Like, you gotta understand, it's dozens of, I don't even want to show you my notes because it's just so embarrassing. There's like, the amount of notes I've collected since I made those videos about reaction content, so many examples of different events and stories and people saying certain things, even just in discourse and stuff, like it's, and I know doing it live, I would never do it justice. I could absolutely destroy Willy. And I think that might be why, like because by now,
I can absolutely destroy him. I just choose not to. Dude, if you're gonna talk so much shit, you might as well like back it up, man. Either do or don't do the video. It's that simple. Don't like fucking wave the carrot and be like, oh yeah, if I could just make this video, I'll fucking destroy Willymac's entire career.
now he must know that a significant portion of this video was false. There's no way he doesn't. As in, he knowingly lied, but I doubt he realized how much of his video was false. And that's probably why he wants to make the second video, so he can kind of cover his ass. But do I care? Like, why? Like, I have so little time to do stuff that I gave up on the Rambles channel. Although, to be fair, I am bringing back the Rambles channel on the main channel. It'll be like a long form video at the end of the month. It'll actually probably come out today or tomorrow. Why would you want to even bring any attention to it if it's such BS? I don't think anyone that I can lead to this video wouldn't realize immediately that the video is false. You guys know enough about me. Even people who've been following me for like a week would know enough about me.
You like as soon as like your argumentation like starts going like, you know me, guys, you know I wouldn't do this. That's like that's like when like someone lies to you, right? And like, come on, you know me, I wouldn't lie. That just makes me think that you're lying, you know? Like your line of argument should be, you guys know me. Like, if you're making a serious point, that is. Like, if you have actual ways to, like, the chatter brings up a good question. It's like, if it's such bullshit, why talk about it constantly? Because, like, I don't know, the more you make it seem like it bothers you, the more over time it doesn't seem like bullshit.
Me to know this video is false, at least to some degree. Those who've known me for a longer period would be able to go, oh, actually I was there for that, that's entirely false. I was there for that, that's entirely false. No amount of attention from me really impacts the situation at all. I personally have talked about all these situations dozens of times, but I've actually talked about them, unlike what Willy did, which is just lie about them. I want to make an iceberg where I talk about my entire history, every controversy, everything I've ever done. And there's a huge list of that. Like, there's no amount of me that is ashamed or wants to hide certain things. I talk about them all the time. Willy, of course, doesn't disclose that. In the same way he doesn't disclose when any of these events actually fucking happened. So when this video came out, I'm getting spammed about things that happened 7 fucking years ago. Because that's just one of the ways that Willy was so dishonest in his video, where he mentioned nothing about the dates of when things happened or who was actually involved in any situation. He just made shit up. Okay, again, that's reductive because a lot of it he was just ignorant that he was saying.
Okay, what did he make up though? Can you like pinpoint to where what did he make up?
False things, but he did in many cases actually lie. And it led to a surprising amount of grifters realizing they could
don't just say that he lied. Where did he lie?
Also get some views by making one of these quick videos where they just parody the lies as well. A part of me is concerned, guys, that my legacy is going to be defined by grifters like Willymac Show. That someone at the end of my career is going to try and make a downfall video, or at least like a history video of Darkviper EU. But a person who could be legitimately honest and then they want to know the truth would end up going to a Willymac Show video and believing the false things that he says.
Wait, did I hear that correctly? He's worried about someone who knows the truth would then believe Willymac? What?
Often what's being discussed is so old that all the people involved aren't even on the internet anymore. The original discussion of events back then doesn't exist, which of course was in Willymac's favor because it enabled him just to make up whatever the fuck he wanted. But for a person who's actually genuinely wants to know the truth, I don't think that information exists anymore. Like, my DMs here with Chud Logic, like, sinks him immediately. I didn't even know these existed. Okay, he was already sunk immediately before in that he conceded
Wait, you didn't know that your own DMs existed?
twice that he had no legal right to do what he did. But this just makes it even worse. But of course, that's not gonna matter to people. Like, I recognize that the people who watch these kind of videos do not care what is true. But in the future, there could be people who actually want to know what is true, and they won't know it. They won't know Willymac Show's history of how he is just a grifter who was so engaged with my content on Twitter for so long in a positive way until the very moment I criticized him for lying, and then immediately he starts spamming out this video in a form of tantrum.
No, Willie was working on the video for a little bit, dude. It's not just like you were something mean to him and then he decided to make the video. Again, he reached out for comment regarding the situation for you to explain it, and like you did not explain it at all. You the entire framing of like how your interactions and in comments with Willymac and like the outer commentary community were just entirely false. I remember Turkey Tom was like perfectly willing to have a conversation with you about this stuff, and you declined him, even though you said no one's willing to have a conversation with me about this. Like, you can't complain that no one's willing to talk to you, and then you didn't then decline having people talk to you. Like, bro.
This video exists entirely because I called him out for lying. That's it. This was his revenge. And what does a liar do when they're caught out for lying? They just lie more. Like, I've even got it saved, a snapshot of his Twitter to show that he was just liking all my posts all the fucking time. But that's not anywhere on the internet. Best to make your statement saying it's not true and proving that than going after them. It just creates more hate. What's that expression? A lie said in 5 seconds can take like 20 minutes to debunk. Willy doesn't argue or present evidence for anything he says in this video. It is 40 minutes of direct claims. Each one itself could be a video, right? I thought I had time when I make the iceberg to like actually lay out an entire story. Any response I make is just gonna be inferior to an actual expose of my career, which I wanted to do with the iceberg video. You have to think about the opportunity costs. Yes, you have this deep down desire to prove these people wrong, but there will always be more of these people who will be inclined to respond to. You can't do it forever. All that time.
Dude, like his chat is directly like combating him about this. And like, again, nothing, at least from what I've seen, nothing in Willy's video is like him purposefully lying. But like, if Darkviper has that perspective of like everyone's just constantly lying about him, then dude, you gotta ignore the lies and just keep pushing content, right? Like if you guys remember the pyrocynical stuff, like post pyrocynical Turkey Tom, I remember everyone was just fucking making fun of him for like, I would say like a solid 2 months straight, probably more so. But like, he kept pushing content. He kept making content. He came out with the secondary channel to post more content. And like, eventually, people don't know him necessarily for the pyro stuff anymore, right? They just know him as like a creator who makes solid content. He makes like weekly content on his main channel. I would say semi-weekly stuff on like the Tom Dark channel, and then on his Tom Dark live channel, you get daily clips of his live streams. Like, bro has just been grinding. And like, if Darkviper just did that, then bam, he would be good. Like, specifically, if he just kept grinding content and like stayed out of the drama sphere, it would work out so much. It would work out so well for him, but he just refuses to do that because of his ego, because he has this desire to make sure everyone knows that they're wrong and he's right and yada yada yada.
Time could be otherwise spent staying in your lane and concentrating on producing the best content you can that you enjoy creating. Exactly, RBS. Like, I've got countless things that I'm meant to be doing with my time. Every single day I have. Actually, I even listed recently most of the things I was working on, right? This isn't even everything that I've got working on right now. Actually, a few of these things have now released. This was 3 weeks ago. But like, I don't have an extra couple of hours in my day to debunk the latest grifter, right?
And so that's why your chat's telling you to ignore it, man. Ignore it and keep making content.
Like Willy on average tweets like 15 times a fucking day, and he's on Reddit as well. If he wants to make another video where he just lies a bunch of times, he just takes a day off Twitter, writes fan fiction that he doesn't argue for, and then just makes a video on it. Like I've got to forego, you know, potentially half a dozen videos, thousands of dollars, to make a video that is gonna be worse than any other video that I normally make. But lying for ad revenue is in his wheelhouse. This is literally what he does for a living. I am versing a professional. And what sucks is, like even Aitana, I mean, because it's not just her, like I will speak to other creators, and like we will talk about what to do when the Willymac shows of the world just start lying about shit. And the response from me and everyone else is always, you should say nothing. Because we know anyone invests enough in—
But you don't say nothing. You always have to respond. Dude, you've been doing, like, since that video's come out, you've been doing nothing but poking the bear. People make fun of you for it, and bam. Like you don't say nothing, which is the problem.
in the narrative.
You keep talking. You can tell if Darkviper is lying because he mentions that he has a life yet chose to respond to. Yeah. It's very clearly, despite what he's saying here, it gets to him.
Produced by these grifters isn't going to care what the person has to say, especially if it creates a less interesting story. But I can't seem to take my own advice because I just hate injustice.
I hate okay, fucking chill, buddy. I hate injustice. Okay, fucking Batman.
I hate liars. I hate cheaters. I hate people who cheat systems. I hate people who take advantage of others. And it's caused me problems my entire fucking career. Nobody cares what he does anyway. It's just normal YouTube BS. Nobody pays attention to it. Some people do, but they're usually like the bottom of the barrel weirdos, right? The reason why my beef with Charlie was actually significant, and I responded to it immediately, even though I was extraordinarily angry at the time, justifiably, is because those were—
It was not justifiably, but continue.
Normal people. No one who is watching videos like this is a normal, functioning human being in society. Some people lie for their own benefit. Don't waste your time and energy being upset at unreasonable people. It ain't worth it. But it's just gonna keep happening. I like doing good in the world, chat, and I feel like to some degree I've stopped doing that because it just takes too much effort, and I'm so—
Bro, chill. You make GTA content. Chill, bro. I do good things for the world. I do good things in the world by making not making reaction content, by making GTA content. I make the world such a better place. Chill, buddy. Chill.
busy with my work. Surely there is some value in showing that Willymac show is a liar who does not care what is true. Like surely, like there are going to be people in the future that he will also lie about that I can go, hey, look, or other people can—
My question to him would be like, did he lie about Hassan? Because like you hate Hassan. Did he lie about Hassan? Would you defend Hassan from Willymac? I bet you the answer to that would be no, because he hates Hassan. If Willy did a video on Asmongold being critical of Asmongold, would you say Willymac lied about Asmongold? Or is it just now moving forward, like anyone Willy talks about, he's immediately being dishonest with? I'm very curious about— actually, hang on. If we look at the videos Willy made post all this happening, right? Would you say he lied about Hassan? Would you say he lied about Keffels? Would you say he lied about In Praise of Shadows? Are you saying he lied about Zerka and Heel Mike for having minors on their stream? Are you saying that he lied about I Am Alex, the guy who like we can definitively prove out without the shadow of a doubt is a domestic abuser? Would you say that we're lying? Would you say Willymac's lying about Dr. Disrespect, the guy who admitted to having inappropriate conversations with a minor through Twitch whispers? Would you say he's lying about Boogie, who he himself lied about having cancer to get sympathy points? Would you say he's lied about any of those people? I'm really curious what your response to that would be.
Point to my video, hey look, Willymac show lied before, he's probably lying again. Surely there's value there, right? I would tell you I was a fan of Willymac show until I saw him lying fervently about you. There is some you would sway with by your argumentation, a minority, but people are the same. Exactly, but is it worth the time? Like, to be clear, people who are even vaguely in the know I've obviously left comments saying this video is shit. Bad video. Holy shit, this video is bad. I just searched for bad. But like there's more nuanced comments saying this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. But they're just comments from one person. And as I showed before, there is information that I have that utterly destroys Willy that most people have not seen. But this is ultimately a random fuckwit on the internet who's lying for ad revenue. I just feel like I've changed so much as a person, trying to not care about the wider world outside of myself. It's a video about you, you're allowed to dress in. If dressing it makes you happy, then there is value in it. But doing other things will make me even more happy. It's everything has opportunity cost. What would make me happiest is to spend a month detailing everything perfectly, voicing everything perfectly, a whole expose showing how much he lied and how much he got wrong. And every day, Aitana would look at me and go, what the fuck is wrong with you? As she has said before, why are you giving any of these people any time of day?
Dude, his girlfriend's trying to keep him on the straight and narrow.
They're obviously dumb. You know they're dumb. You know they're dishonest. You know they're lying. So why does it matter? And it keeps coming back to it. I do not like liars. I do not.
No, you don't. You don't like the idea of people thinking that you're wrong in a situation. That's it. This all revolves around your ego. It's not that you're taking up some noble thing of like, I hate liars, I hate deceivers. You don't like the idea of like you losing in like an internet debate. You don't. And like that's why for months now, ever since like the Charlie stuff, you've been like at commentary's throat, or at least attempting to be. Because you want to debunk us, you want to prove that we're all wrong, and like you really can't.
I do not like cheaters. I do not like those who perpetuate injustice, and I think taking the attitude that I am, which is just, oh well, nothing you can do about it, I think is what ultimately makes the world a worse place. The reason why the Willymac shows can get some foothold in the world is because people like me do nothing. Evil wins when good people
No way he's quoting that.
do nothing.
Evil wins when good men do nothing. Wow. He is really full of himself right now. Dude, he loves the smell of his own farts. Hang on, chat. Let me get the clip up. Let me get the clip up, chat. Hang on. Hang on, chat. Here it is, right here. This is Darkviper AU.
Hey there, Alan, right?
Actually, it's Elaine.
Right. Would you like red or white wine?
Could I just get an empty glass?
Oh, sure.
Can you believe all these imbeciles in Texas? They just put another prisoner to death.
That's him right there. That's Darkviper whenever he speaks. You see, evil wins when good men like me do nothing. yes. Like, brother, okay, get off the cross. We need the wood. High and mighty fucking bullshit, man.
As any of you have probably come to understand, being a good person takes a lot more effort than being a bad person. A person
be good person. Me Darkviper, I'm good person.
Indifferent to the truth, indifferent to how what they're doing can negatively impact other people, can do 1,000 things in a day, while a good person sitting there wondering about the implications of their next action. It just sucks. It's the worst aspect of life, in that it has so many other negative ramifications that leads to all the other bad things in life.
Wait for the inevitable internet anarchist video. He is a big enough creator that making a video in response to him and piling in all the other grifters can be justified from a business perspective. There will...
What? What? No, you see, what you have to do is you have to wait until a bigger person lies about you. What?
will be no I could be making a different video guilt, because it is a video that should do good numbers.
Corey is my editor, and he's obviously right. I talked about that before, I think. I still think that's wrong. Internet Anarchist isn't worth it either. Nah, but at that point, it like, from business-wise, there's enough growth and money in that any considerations for my other content are irrelevant at that point. Because it will actually be a video that people will watch and find engaging enough for the growth and whatever, and the editor's time to be actually worth it. Like, that was one of my original plans, was to make my iceberg video and just periodically throw out the video being like, hey, by the way, this is one of those things that Willymac Show lied about, and just continuing, right? Which is not that overt, right? But being like, this was included because X, Y, and Z grifter said these false things before. It's always important to remember, guys, that you know that Willy is wrong because you know me to some degree. You might know, like, there's no way you know every single story that he lied about in his video. But watching it, you'd be like, wait a second, I heard about that. I was there for that. This is false. Holy shit, everything else in this video is going to be false. But there are people who know literally nothing about me, or whose entire impression of me comes through this lying grifter. The problem with thinking this way is this platform has billions of people. It doesn't matter what I do or say or where, there is going to be people who, even prior to knowing me at all or knowing my content, end up receiving a false impression of me. It's just unavoidable. If you start trying to stop that to some degree, you just end up not making the content that normally brings you people in the first place. As I said to all those people who lied and said the reason why I made those anti-react videos is to develop an audience, making just a normal video leads to me getting more viewers than just any other commentary video that I do. Especially those that take a lot of my time. Fuck, I would have done Red Dead Redemption 2 speedrunning, but no, I got in drama. Maybe Pacifist 2.0 would have actually come out a million years ago, but no, I made those react videos. Oh, those anti-react videos. But I'm not a machine, guys. I am not a machine. I do not like to be lied about. I think in this business, it helps to just be entirely detached. To think of it like seemingly as Willy does, as just a magical fantasy world that you can just throw out lies into or not care about what's true. Like, if you can disconnect from it and treat it like it's a game or something, then obviously you're gonna be better off, but I've never been that way. There is no separation between Darkviper AU and Matthew Judge. They're one in the...
And that's the problem right there. It's like, you view like an attack, like not even attack, sorry, but like you view an online critique of you as like attacking you personally as like a person IRL. like come on, man. No, he does not. He does not smoke crack. He is a meth wombat.
The same to me. So I can't just look at it and go, lol, thousands of people have been misled about Darkviper AU, but me, Matthew Judge, who cares? Because I put so much of me personally into my work.
One video to settle it and be done, not giving up, just ending it and moving on.
It's funny because I've said the exact same things to Aitana. But she's right in that she fired back and said, it will never end, man. In the same way what I'm doing here, she would look at me and go, what are you doing? They're just gonna lie. They're gonna take this video, or this ramble, and like crop out individual words, make something else out of it, and lie more. In the same way, Willy is like, hey, wait a second, I got 200,000 views making up a story that took no fucking time to make because I just lied the entire time. He's like, hey, I can do it again. 200,000 views. He can do it in a day. Just writes one more fan fiction, and that's just money in the bank. Once they realize they can do this, they will never stop. There is nothing in Willy's video where the evidence doesn't already exist that he's wrong, that he's lying. There is more evidence, again, as I showed in DMs and stuff, that I have that other people don't, but there's enough already that you can, if you really want to, do the legwork and find out that he's lying. But no one does, because no one cares. So then,
why is that to like your viewers to like do the legwork? Again, if my suggestion is that you ignore and like just stop being a part of drama in general and move on with like actual gaming content. Okay, but if you really feel the need to like talk about this every single goddamn chance you get, just make the video. Just make the fucking video, and then they'd be like, okay, I've already responded to like all this stuff. Go look at it there. That's all you have to fucking do. But you don't want to do that because I think you secretly love all this. Because again, your ego, you have to have someone combat you constantly. So like, of course, you're gonna have like, you're just gonna have a perpetual like a victimhood thing where it's just like, guys, they're making fun of me. They're making fun of me. They're lying about me. They're lying about me, guys. Please be sympathetic to me. Like that's all this really is right here. It's just like you constantly trying to gain sympathy points from people. It's really pathetic, man.
But the next time he makes a video lying again, people are just gonna go, oh, this must all be true. There means some of you who stumbled across the video and go, this is all false. What the fuck is wrong with you? But you're just gonna be called out and be like, you're I don't know, a stan or whatever the fuck people are using these days. And that you'll just be dismissed. So none of it matters. It is just an annoying aspect of life that people can do this, and you just have to grit your teeth and bear it.
What about all publicity is good publicity?
It's not true though. Making a video debunking Willymac show undeniably would bring me new viewers. People like, oh, I had no idea. In the same way that Willy lost subscribers when he made.
No, Willy, I don't think Willy took a big sub loss from making a video on you, dude. Like again, I think he was like, dude, he's at 200. He's at 200K now, a little over 200K. What are you talking about? Willy lost subs.
His fucking video, because it showed to a lot of people, at least people who knew of me, that he's a liar and a grifter. But I can get more publicity making my normal videos than I can debunking Willy, because it would just take so much fucking time. But again, one of the most annoying things here is finding out that Mudaha is involved in collaborating with and promoting these grifters. Well, one of my mods said he was hanging around with the quartering. Remember that guy I called a disingenuous, dense motherfucker? Hanging around with Turkey Tom. Holy shit. And now he's like promoting Willymac in his videos? What happened to Mudaha in the last couple of years?
General. So again, if you want to check it out, Willymac's video is great. He covers this topic. I would highly recommend you see.
Let's see. Twitch is a disgustingly evil platform. It's not. Wait. The video that he's promoting isn't even about. It doesn't even look like it's about you. It's about how like evil Twitch is. Which like are like, given the fact that like Twitch promotes people like Hassan Piker, people like Asmongold, wouldn't you technically have to agree with that? So so it is true now because Willy is against you, even if it's against people that you are against, he's lying about them instantly. Okay.
See this to see actual proper journalism and an actual proper objective coverage of the situation.
Journalism from Willymac show. Like, did I miss the hot minute where Mudaha's just like, you know, people have been calling me a drama YouTuber for ages. I don't like that. Like, I don't like being called that, but fuck it, I'm gonna become one. What happened? Willy's source in like this entire video is, I don't know, I learned about it in a dream. I made it the fuck up. Man literally went to archive.org, downloaded.
Again, though, he's not talking about your video. He's talking about a video on Hassan Piker, dude. I love how, like, if we just take away the video he made on Darkviper, then, like, somehow it instantly clears, like, Willymac of, like, everything. Darkviper thinks he's important, yeah.
Videos and clips, and when I have no idea what these clips mean. Here is a random sentence that has nothing to do with it. And this is proper journalism? Unbelievable. When we're done with Red Dead Redemption 1, I'm gonna grab some notes. I'll go through my notes and get, like, examples of things. And I'll like freestyle explaining all the false things in this video. I don't care, Will. I don't care. I'm over it. I want this grifter
You clearly care. You clearly care.
Some sort of repercussions for his lies. It won't be much. It won't impact him at all in the grand scheme of things, in the same way it didn't impact Gabby Bell when she did the same kind of shit. Which actually is kind of funny because a lot of the same false claims that Willy makes in the Gabby Bell video, I also debunk. As in, like, I could, for at least the first like third of it, just use clips from me debunking Gabby Bell to debunk Willy, because it would have saved us both some time had Willy actually watched my videos responding to people, but apparently he didn't.
So that's pretty much the end of it there. I think it shows how insensitive of a person Darkviper is, because like he can't help himself.